Forge Captain Kyle Becker and Mitch Houlahan bring you the Captain's Log on the Forge Audio Network.
Captain's Log coming at you after a big game on Tuesday.
Big
Canadian
game.
Championship.
We're gonna get into the 11 a.m. day game, lunch break game against Montreal. We're going to be talking to Béni Badibanga later. We actually already talked to him. You're going to be listening to it after this, and it was a great chat. How do you feel about our guy Béni in that chat?
I think it was fantastic. I think he's just a good dude. Obviously, he has a ton of lived experience in the game. An interesting guy off the field. Got a lot going on, which is cool. I think it's something you strive for, to have like different little avenues. And he's just interesting, man. He's a funny guy, so it was pretty cool to sit down and chop it up with him for a bit.
Yeah, 100%. He's an interesting guy. He wears it on the sleeve. Guy likes to have fun, and I don't know, it was a good chat. We also
I think Forgers are gonna like hearing it. I don't know. He's funny. He said even at the beginning of the interview, he's like, guys, my English. He speaks perfect English, but I think he just gets a little nervous doing interviews, even when it's just sitting down. But he saw him, he got a little comfortable. He's got some cool stories, so it was that was sweet. Yeah,
for sure. Definitely stay tuned for that. End of the interview too. We had Béni, resident fashion guy. He's the fashion guy of the team. So we had him rate a couple of recent walk-in outfits from the lads from the game Tuesday.
Put the spotlight on a couple people. It was, I will say, all in all, I think it was surprisingly a decent fit day for the squad, which is good. Béni had some good things to say, some standards. He's got some high standards for some guys in the room. I think they've earned that, which is good. Maybe they'll feel a little hard done by, but I think ultimately it was a good day for the boys.
I mean, he brought the standard up with those tassels and the and the hip pocket, the Gucci hip pocket, whatever that is.
Yeah,
I might need to pick one of those up.
Had it on the hip.
Yeah, but let's just get into Can Champ a little bit. Game against Montreal finished 1-1. Boys came out hot. How was the day though? How was the 11 a.m. kickoff?
Dude, 11 a.m. game? Pretty weird. Honestly, though,
you
not
said
mad at it.
Last week, you said you preferred it. How are we feeling now about it?
11 a.m. is early, but ultimately, I'm not mad at it. It was great. I would say, going back over the game, it was what a first half for the boys. I think we came out hot.
Wait, but you could get used to the 11 a.m. starts.
Oh yeah, dude. But like where I really was a believer in the 11 a.m. game is when we got to 7 p.m. and I was like, I already played a game. Don't even feel that bad.
Right.
I mean, I'm a brutal sleeper after a game. We've talked about it. I don't understand how you play the old men's leagues at 11 p.m. Couldn't even imagine. Like falling asleep after a game is a nightmare. Slept like a baby. All about this 11 a.m. game. It was great.
So
and there's the other problem I have getting older is like all the pageantry around waiting for a game throughout the day is the worst. Like, I don't want to do too much. I don't want to do too little. Like you obviously you have routines and you get into like a habit of what works for you. But like waiting around to play a game, especially when you're excited to do it, like you just want it to happen.
Right.
Yeah, there's no waiting around for an 11 a.m. game.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair point. The lull before like a big game, you're nervous.
Yeah, you're just sitting there waiting for it to happen. You're like, God, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? So the fact that
for a sec.
Yeah, we're good. Power through. Yeah, so like waiting around.
Yeah.
Waiting around for that night game, especially when it's a big one, especially when there's a little bit more on the line. It just becomes like you just like want to get it. It's not like you want to get it done because you're anxious to like it be done and over. Like you're excited. You want to get out there. You want to do it. Like at 11 a.m. you wake up. You're ready to go.
So what was the routine? What'd you do before? Give us the rundown.
So we have a few of the boys who actually live outside of Hamilton. So we got put up in a hotel. And me, Borges, and Seba Castillo went out. We went out on James Street, hit up St. James for the Hamiltonians. Hit up St. James for a little pregame breakfast. Got up nice and early. Popped over there, little pregamer. Then just popped down to the stadium for. I think we had to be there at 9:15. We were there a little bit earlier than that, and then it was just right into it. Right, just get her going, which is unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's great. Obviously,
so
it's a little different when you have 15,000 kids just screaming.
Yeah,
cool. that was fantastic.
How was that atmosphere?
I will say, so I spoke with KJ on the field after the game, and going into it, I don't want to say I was hesitant, but I was just like, you don't know how that's going to go. Honestly, it was unbelievable. Way better than I could ever have expected it to go. The kids were into it. They were amazing. They were loud. They were making noise. And it's just one of those unique experiences. We actually started talking with, to Béni about it a little bit, but it's unique to think that I do think there's some kids in the crowd who probably were playing soccer. They're starting their soccer journey pretty early. And I'm hoping we inspire these kids to dream to hopefully be playing on Tim Hortons fields one day. And it's pretty cool to think that you can be a part of a moment that could change it for a kid. I don't know if we've spoken about it on the pod before, but you and I, when we were growing up playing for Oakville, we went down and we watched the Lynx play at old Brawny Park in Oakville. And that's a game where it just sticks out to me, where it's like we got to meet the team after, we're taking pictures, we're doing all that, and it was like, this is sick. These guys are professional. This is what I want to do. There was probably like 300 kids at that game, but I think we were the ball boys for it. So it
might as well have been Old Trafford. Brawny Park.
Yeah, that's it. And I think obviously being a little bit of a suck now, a little nostalgic being a father, like that whole added layer to it, I think it was pretty special, man. And I'm pretty thankful to be a part of that.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, it looked great on TV. Also seemed like the kids were like, it's not like it was just random screaming the whole time. Kids were into the game. It was like just a reactive crowd. It was like, yeah. Even though like the guys on the call made a comment, like they were expecting just like chaos, and it was like, this sounds like just a great crowd.
They were into it from the second there, because a lot of them were coming in for even warm up. So the cool thing was, dude, there was a buzz about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a very real game. It was unreal. Obviously, that's ridiculous to say. Like, it is a real game. We were playing a big opponent. There's a lot at stake in that first leg. But I don't know, it's special, man. I think it's going to be one like I'm going to look back on with some good memories for sure.
Nice. All right. Anything on the game itself?
Yeah, man. As I said, the boys came out real hot. I think we had a fantastic first half. Looking back, we're obviously going to be punching ourselves a little bit with not being as critical with a few chances we had. Felt a little hard done by I think we should have had a PK in the first 17 seconds of the game. Refs didn't see it that way. And that one's tough at the end. That first goal, played some great football. That goal was pretty, I think it was a nice little, I don't know, I think it shows the style of football that we want to play. I think we impose ourselves at large portions of that game. I think ultimately, too, Montreal making 3 subs at halftime, bringing on 3 guys who are regular starters for that group is a sign of respect and a sign of how good I think we were playing, which is fantastic. But what happens when you play big teams?
Full 5 subs before you made one.
Yeah. What happens when you play big teams? If you don't take your chances and then you have a lapse, they're going to punish you, and that's what Montreal is. So they got that tying goal, but all to play for in that second leg. So it's going to be exciting when we go there on the 22nd for that return leg.
Yeah, for sure. Always a cool moment too. Big game, Dave Chouanier scoring in the old Chouanier brother derby.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, obviously there's been a few good ones. Looking back to that first one we played him at home, and Chouanier does the old Panenka in the shootout, chip right down the middle. Legend. I love showing up for a big moment, huh? I think he's just doing it too because his brother's there's that added incentive about Matthew playing on the other side. So that's cool. Buzzing for the guy. I think it's a special moment for their family. They've been lucky enough to have a few of those, which is cool. And the Chouaniers are unreal. Every time we've been to Montreal, like, they're out in numbers, which is sick. Just to see them watching the two of them, which is I don't know. I think it's really cool that the club gets to have something like that. I think it's not too often you see brothers going against each other, so that's pretty sick.
Yeah, good.
Dude,
moment.
how about going into the game though? Did you see that sick hot dog advert that I did for the lunchtime game? Like, we'll see you on Tuesday. Enticing.
You didn't get to take the Happy Gilmore bite?
Oh, I was like,
How are you
we
not
got to
just
go
throwing
different
that
angles
out
with
there?
it. There's
Talk about a hole-in-one.
we should have been doing Happy Gilmore Subway commercial as stuff, but it was still funny. You gotta we gotta pull that up. So
Yeah,
we'll throw it in here after, but
We're
real
gonna
good.
have to find that. I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
You got a couple doozies. You got a couple good commercials in your what's it called? Your
In the bank,
your reel.
my reel. There we
Your
go.
reel.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna be an actor after. All right, we're gonna move into something we're gonna try to do more, I think. And I think this one fit nicely, I think, today because again, kudos to everyone who made the school day happen. I mean, also, can we give a shout out to any teachers that were there or people watching the kids? Because I've taken a team to a game before and it is a nightmare. And there was thousands of them this time. So I can only imagine some of the stories, but
This was unbelievable. It was I don't know what minute of the game it was, but there was a thing over the loudspeaker that was literally like everyone in a grade 1 class has to start heading towards the exit, and everyone started booing. It was unbelievable. I think it was like the 88th minute or something like that. But they strategically had to start getting these kids out.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It was a field trip. They had to go back to school, but dude, it was there was either a stop and play or for some reason I just heard it, which is I don't know if the game was going on. My bad. But
That's
it was
hilarious.
unreal. Just because the crowd started booing too. Legends.
Grade 1's getting hard done by.
Yeah, getting absolutely jammed up.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, it was. I mean, you probably can't pull off a school game every other week or anything, but hopefully it's a thing that sticks around. Sounded like it was a good atmosphere, good experience for all.
100%. Looking forward to if we do one in the future for sure.
Yeah. So that's going to take us into actually what I was saying is we're gonna start to break down some clips.
Oh boy.
They're going to be warm-ups just to get warmed up for the show. Because sometimes we're a little awkward with each other, and we need to get back in the swing.
Just remember that we're actually friends.
Yeah,
we know how to have a conversation.
Yeah, we need to get the podcast broadcaster voices.
Get the creative juices flowing.
But this one was nice. We were going to do it anyways, but this one was nice. Little connect to that game experience, the school day. This was another game experience put on by the Hamilton Sports Group. This was Drone Day. I don't know if you remember last year with a drone show.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there was a drone show leading up to the Grey Cup. It was supposed to be like July 8th or something. I think it got postponed for rain. It ended up being July 10th. So they beat the Red Blacks that game, 21-13.
Yeah.
I think it pissed rain again based on the clip that you'll see. But yeah, after the game, everyone was supposed to stick around in their seats and check out a drone show. This is a clip from a Forge and Ticats fan who experienced the show from the parking lot. Dave, can you?
Oh, you're fucking wrecking the drone show, bud. You're wrecking the drone show.
Look at that. Couple drones getting the old Grey Cup out there.
Hey, off. There's a drone show, guy.
Oh my god, that is an all-time video.
So
the drone show.
You're wrecking the drone show.
Oh man, guy was waiting all week for
is
the drone show.
The best is right at the end, after the honks, and he yells at the driver. All the guys that are like guiding him, they're just laughing. What a clip.
Dude, that is all time. We might have to somehow splice that into the intro because that's up there with best fucking team in the league.
Yeah. We're going to definitely have to put that in the, or at least maybe it'll be a drop. That's a great drop.
Great
just
drop.
like the, we're droning on a little too long.
Yeah.
Get the old.
Can't do too many swears. That's what that was. It wasn't. You didn't have a nosebleed. It was just you're just looking out for the parental advisory warning.
It's a kid show today. We're talking about the school day. We're keeping her.
You just got the old
together.
tap from the up tops there. Nope.
Keep her together.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect way to kind of go into our guest. Hope everyone enjoys this week's episode with Forge Zone number 39, Béni Badibanga. It was a good one.
We're excited to get into a little bit of the fashion stuff, a little bit of the football back in Europe. Why don't you just start from the beginning? Give us a little bit about Béni growing up, born, where you moved all around Europe, what led to this.
Okay, so I was born in back in Congo. So at that time, my parents were living in London, and my mother was going to Congo to see my father because my father was working there.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, he was a businessman, so he was there for some affairs. And then my mother had the contraction, there. So I was born there, but I directly moved from Congo to when I was able to travel. I moved to London.
Mm-hmm.
Then from London, I moved to France. I moved first to Belgium, France. But Belgium, it was like 1 year, 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I arrived in France. I was around 3-4. Then I started futsal at 5 years old. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in Maubeuge. Maubeuge is a small city next to Lille, in the north of France. I started there. I started football because my big brother was playing football. I didn't even had any thought about
just do everything he was doing.
Yeah, I was just doing what they were doing.
Yeah,
and I know that big brothers do that, so I had to do it. So in my head, it was like I had to.
Yeah, it wasn't even a question.
No, it was not a question. So I went out and I started to play. Then I didn't even know that I was good. Since I realized that I was the youngest on the team, and I asked my mother, like, why am I the youngest? And she said, because you're good, then. And I said, okay. So if I'm good, I can go with the oldest. And she said, yeah, that's it. So I'm a 96, and I was playing with the 93, 94.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, we moved to Belgium. And in Belgium, I didn't know anything about football. So I was really playing football for fun.
All it did was just bring you enjoyment.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The only thing I was looking for is like having fun.
Yeah.
So if you ask me to go like in a club or go play in a hood with around another hood or something, I would choose to go in a small side games outside and stuff.
Play in the street, all that stuff.
Yeah. So at some point, my mother, they wanted to give me like a discipline because every time being out, it gives you good things in terms of football, imagination and stuff. But if you hang out too much outside, and knowing me,
get a little bit, you get in some trouble.
Some troubles.
The mind starts to wander, huh?
Yeah, you see. And then you start to hang out with the police like it's normal. They know your name, you know their name. If they want to find your big brother, they just take you, and they know that your big brother is going to take to look after you, so they are going to take him. So those kind of stuff. So for discipline, they put me in a club. Mm-hmm. So when I started in the club, I was really really small at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So when I arrived, I think I was six. Yeah, I was 6 at that time. When I arrived, I was also shy when I was young. So it's not like now. I was very shy. When I arrived, they asked me how old I was, and my mother replied for me that I was 6. And they said, but at 6, she's not supposed to be that small. So that pissed me off. So I said, okay, don't worry.
They're starting like that already,
yeah.
huh?
I just asked them to put me in a game, and then we see. So I went on one training, and after the training, I trained. My group age was not training that day, so they put me with the 95. So with the 95, the coach was saying that it was too easy for me. So the coach from the 94 wanted to take me. The coach of the 95 wanted to keep me because I test with his team, and the 96 wanted to take me too because that's
the age.
Yeah. So my mother said, "No, let him play the game tomorrow, and then we choose." So I went to the game. We won something like 14-2. I scored 9 goals. And then my sister told me, "Why would you do that? Go easy. Maybe they're going to be shocked. Don't do those kind of things." So that was my mindset at that time.
Just do as much.
Yeah, as much as I can. Just for them to keep quiet, because it's not because you're small that you can't play football.
Yeah.
And that's what they keep on saying me since I turned, I think, 17. You're too small. You're too this. You're too that.
Yeah.
How much older is your
motivation,
brother? Your brother than you?
My brother.
Was he at the same club?
At that time, yes. But after he stopped, he was not made for football.
No.
He was a strong guy, not like me.
Different, huh?
Yeah.
Different body type?
Yeah, different body type.
So when did it go from just crushing like little kid teams, scoring 9 goals to this is actually getting serious? This is going somewhere.
My parents and bigger person, like adults, they were seeing it straight away that I was different, kind of different, if you can say. But me, it was just all about fun, So even with my first game with this team, like a first official tournament, some team approached me because there is different division even when you're young, and the highest division is like we call it a national division, So you play against the best team in the country, because Belgium is small.
Yeah.
So as much as you can, you play against the best team in the country. So one team from second division came for me, and I didn't even know what was the difference between them and us. Yeah. So I just said no. I just signed here. I just arrived here. So let me have fun with my friend, and we see after. So I stayed there 1 or 2 years. And they came back to me. I think I was something like 11, and my father just asked me, "Do you want to play serious or you just want to have fun? Because if you want to play serious, you're going to leave friend behind, because you need to improve yourself. So you need to look for challenges." And since that day, as soon as I have the opportunity to have a challenge, I do it. So I went from the second division. I signed in Standard Liège. I was 15. I did my class. It was one of the best way to turn pro and combine school.
Yeah. So
I finished my normal school trip, let's say, and then I joined the first team direct when I started to train with them. I was 17, 18, and at 19, when I finished, just we did the preparation, and I played direct in Europa League. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus! Your debut as a pro was in Europa.
Yeah. I was even man of the match that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like?
I was young, just having fun. I was not even thinking about what does that mean, or no, just having fun. I was
never looking ahead.
No, I was really, the football world changed my mind, because at first it was all about fun. If I'm good, I'm going to play. If I do good, I'm going to play. If I'm a nice guy, they're going to be nice to me. So when
in this world, it's different, huh?
When the reality slapped me, I woke up.
Yeah. So, when that reality hit? Because I think that's the thing. This is sort of along the lines of conversations we've had just in terms of our group. Yeah. Obviously, soccer or football in this country, it's young. we have young players who have talent, but they have this young mentality, you know?
Yeah.
When it hit, was that something that you struggled with in terms of like, okay, I'm not this, not everyone's nice, not everyone has my best interest. It's a little bit of a dog-eat-dog world. Was that a difficult transition, or was it something you were kind of prepared for?
No, that was definitely one of the most difficult things I had to face in my life.
Yeah?
Because, I'm an honest person. I was raised to be like a straight person, honest, with a lot of values, those kind of things. So in my head, for me, it was like, you train good, you play. You good enough, you play. Nothing about money, nothing about transfer, nothing about agents, nothing about. And I never had any agent before I turned pro. Yeah. Even when I was pro, the first 2 years, I think I didn't have any agent. So how I signed pro? I signed pro. National team came to me. I was, I think, 17. Yeah, 17. They asked me to play for Belgium. And when you play in the country, scouts doesn't come really at that time. Scout was not traveling that much, So if it was not an international tournament, they would not see me. Okay. But when it's turned to national team,
different,
So I play, I think, against Italy, and I did an awesome game. I played first against Holland. I gave an assist. That was my first game, and then I played against Italy. I did an awesome game. And then some team from Italy came to talk to my parents. But as I am, oh, no, I have to go back. I have to finish school. See you in some years. Because when you're young and you have talent, the train pass several times,
Yeah, you think so you think there's just always going to be more. You never know that it's one and done.
You think it's normal. Even standard, the first year, I was not ready to go, so I just said to my father, no, I don't want to go. So I went there at 15. So it continues also. Even when Italy came, school, I need to finish my school. I spoke with the director, the academy director. He told me, yeah, we trust you, so go. We allow you to go on national team. We talk about your contract after. But he knew I was a man of value. Okay. So I'll never do anything in his back. So when he told me this, I went back, I signed my contract. and then
things changed.
Yeah.
Jesus.
After it's your work, Yeah. After when it's your work, there are some things that you can't fight against, because even for them it's normal. If you pay like €100 for something and €10 for another, that doesn't have the same value. You know what I mean? So if a player earn way more than you, they have to use him.
I know. It's crazy. That's the ugly side of this game, isn't it?
Imagine the guy who was playing on my position when I was like upgrading in terms of group age. At some point I was with the 94, okay? And that guy, when we went on a tournament in France, they sucked him because they said you're not good enough. At end of each season, they suck some players,
Yeah.
So they sucked this guy, and he went in second division. He played in the second team, and then he reached the first team direct. But he played in second division, but with men's, so it's different.
Yeah, his mentality's changing. Yeah. It's more physical.
Yeah. So I did my journey. I went to the first team. I started to play, and then the club was in trouble. We were losing. At some point, we were last of the championship. So standard last. That was like
it can't happen.
No, that can't happen.
The fans start going crazy.
Fans were crazy, but I was playing good. So they were telling to the older guy, "Are you not ashamed that this young player is playing like this and you not?" Even the president was coming to me after the games. Yeah, you play good. Interviews after the games. They send me to interviews, even when we were losing. You're sending a kid to an interview, man. So I was doing like my best to help the team,
Yeah.
Transfer window in January. I think I went to national team. I came back. 3-4 new players. Then they were not allowed to play direct, so I played the game. Crazy game. I played so good.
Mm-hmm.
The game after, bench. The game after, bench. Home. So I started to ask myself, like, what's happened? What happened?
Yeah.
And what is happening?
It's so quickly.
Yeah, like, what did I do? And how I was. I don't complain. I do my things on training, you know? So I hate losing. So when I'm on training, even if I will go out only if I feel pain.
Yeah.
So I was there giving my best and stuff, but nothing was changing. So the other people, I always used to be like the leader of my teams or the, you know? So I never had the habit to go to the coach to complain or speak to them. I had to learn that growing up, because for me, we cannot have a real conversation with a coach because you cannot say everything you think
You can't say
about,
the truth.
you know?
Yeah.
See? So for me, I prefer to speak to the laundry guy or, you know? And a coach is, yes, he give me what he want me to do. Okay, thank you. Bye, coach. And that's it.
Yeah.
But now I face a problem. I'm not playing and there is no reason for me. So I had to speak with him, and the reason he was giving me was, you know, he can say what he wants. He just told me that, you don't score or you don't, but I don't play. How am I going to score? So
like he's just giving you an answer.
At first they told me, you don't score, so you need to go back to the second team, play the game that you was training with us. So I went back to the second team. I think at some point I scored like 12 goals in 3 games. 4 goals, 3. And that was ridiculous. I was too good to play with the second team and not enough to play with the first.
Like something's not adding up.
Yeah. So
and then you realize you're going, he's just giving you the answers, but there's nothing real behind it. There's a bigger reason.
Yeah.
Was there anyone that you were able to speak to, whether it was in the team, was it with family in that moment that kind of got you through something like that? Because that, I think, is something a lot of young professionals don't understand happens. Like, as you said, like you were in it and you didn't even realize it was happening. But like coming into it, as you said, like you grow up, you have fun, you enjoy, you succeed, and you say, okay, the better I play, the more opportunities I'm going to have. But at some point, there's other stuff. There's relationships. Coaches prefer this player for whatever reason. It doesn't make sense to you. So was there anyone that you had around you that you used to kind of get you through that? Or was it just baptized by fire and you had to go through it by yourself?
By fire. But it's I think it's mostly my fault because I don't talk.
Yeah.
You know, when I have a problem, I try to act like everything is normal because I've always been raised like this. You work, and then if you have to say something, you will say it. But normally, if you work, everything is going to be good. Work, pray, and then we see.
Yeah.
But that was not enough for football. For that kind of job, it's not enough. You know.
So is that like as you said earlier in the conversation, you coming here was because you need to enjoy it. Was that the start of you sort of losing your love for the game and the realities behind what it really is?
Yeah. It was not like losing the love. I was hating the football world. The only thing I liked, I was enjoying, it was being between the lines. All the rest pissed me off. Like when they recognize you in the street and stuff, that kind of stuff.
It was tough.
For me, I don't get it because for me, I'm a human like anybody, you know. So at some point when they were asking me for some things, picture or stuff, I used to tell them I go to toilet like you, and then they laugh, you know, and the atmosphere calm down and stuff.
You don't like being bigger than being put on a pedestal.
No, bro. I'm Christian, so it's like I'm thinking that I'm a kind of God, you know?
So it started to mess with you a little bit.
You said?
It did. So that started to mess with you a little bit.
Yeah. I was not feeling good when I was going back to church and people were acting like this with me, you know.
A place that you felt shouldn't have any of that. Now the lines are getting blurred.
Yeah.
That's
so
difficult.
That was being on the bench, being home, and people don't treat you like you're a normal person, you know.
It is crazy because when you're in it, and it's just like anyone else. Like you've done your work, and you've just excelled at it the same way someone in another profession has, but the notoriety is different.
Yeah.
And the weight and what it is and how people value it can be crazy. And there's no real handbook on how to deal with it.
Yeah. There is no, that's, you have to do it by yourself.
It's tough, man. Especially when you don't have people close to you that are in it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it can be a lonely conversation at times because maybe you tell me if this is true or not, but even if you had something to complain about with guys, friends or whatever would want to be in your position. So they're sitting there saying, like, how can you complain about this?
You see, that's the tough part, because like I told you, I have 5 siblings, and then my cousin and stuff. We are a lot. So at some point, for me going to my work or football, let's say, some people had to sacrifice their time to bring me there, you know. So at one point, I was playing only for them, just to give back.
Yeah.
You know, I was not allowed, because if it was only me, I think at some point I would have give up.
Was it around this point at Standard or later in your career?
Earlier, it started earlier. One, I thought about it, but I scored 2 goals that day.
If I don't score, I'm done. Score 2. Guess I'll keep going.
No, it was not that if I don't score, because, you know, in the academies, at some points, the oldest guys start to get contracts. And like me, when I was not good enough with the first team to play for the first team, I was going to the second team.
Yeah.
So the guy who is on the bench in the second team go back in the third team. And at some point, I was in this third team. I was between the third and the second team. So as I'm on the bottom of the stairs, when everybody go down, I'm the one on the bench.
Yeah.
And at some point, the guy warming up, he gets injured. But that day I was really pissed. My big brother came to see me, and they tell me that I'm not going to play. But I train with the oldest, but I'm coming back to be on the bench. That drives me crazy. So
yeah,
I said, okay, I'm smart enough to go to do something at school, so I would do it. And then at some point, the guy get injured on the warm up, and the coach told me, yeah, you're gonna play. So no warm up, I go on the pitch. He started to yell, Benny, do the Benny. So at some point, we get a counter-attack. I just ran, and I received the ball in edge of the box, and he started to yell again, oh, Ben. And I just took the ball, I shoot. Like, I wanted to shoot out and ask him for the sub. Crossbar in. And I said, like, okay, 1-0. Let's continue. Yeah. And it was a derby.
Okay.
So I said, okay, let's continue. Second half. So when I scored, he started to yell for me.
So it just switches. The tone changes. All of a sudden, he's not yelling at you.
I always used to dribble because that's the way I play. If you take out the dribble from me, I'm not the same player.
Yeah.
So I always used to dribble and stuff. And at some point, he was arguing with the referee to get fouled for me. So I look at him like, yo, what have changed? At the goal. Okay. So I continue my stuff. The second half, we come back. I receive a strange ball in the air, and I saw one guy on my left side, but there were 2. So when I controlled the ball, it seemed like I dribbled. I see both of them, I dribbled them. But I just saw one, I wanted to avoid him. And I turned, he went on my left foot. I was tired, so I just shoot. Inside.
Yeah.
Man,
my big brother started to yell, yeah, that's my brother. And that proud, give me the will to continue.
Yeah. Because
I saw the way I could make them proud.
Yeah.
So I just say, okay, let's see what bring. Because at that point I think I was 16 because I started boxing at that time because I had something in me something was boiling.
Yeah.
So I had to do something else. So
Had
after
to get it
training,
out.
we were at boarding school. And in boarding school, we had different type of sports, rugby, boxing, badminton and stuff. So when I was finishing with football, I was going straight back to the boarding school and I started to box. Pum, 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 pum. And at that time, I was thinking like, I'm good also on boxing. I played basketball back in the days. So I'm always going to find something to do. So if this pisses me off, I just go do something else.
Yeah, and it's even though you've been able to no matter where your head's at, kind of persevere. It sounds like play good either way. But I mean, and I can just say, just for watching you over the last year, I think Forge fans, why everyone's so excited having you here is because of how creative and fluid you are as a footballer. You're you seem like you're having fun. So, I mean, to me, it would seem like when the headspace is good and you get to be creative and have fun, like that seems like a lot of the football we've been watching you, play for Forge for sure over the last year. So how's that been here in the CPL for you? How have you been feeling playing here? Because it's been exciting to watch. I feel like you're a player that stands out as it looks like you're having fun when you're playing, and that's probably, not to assume, but that's probably, I think, when you're playing the best too.
Thank you. And yes, that's when I feel free. That's when I'm the best. Yeah, I think.
Is there anything you do outside of this to kind of get you into that headspace, or is it just, it is what it is? Like, obviously you've dealt with challenges throughout your life, throughout your career. Is there anything that is sort of specific to what's been going on in this last little year and a bit since you've come here that you found has actually worked, or is it just coincidence?
Yeah, I had to learn how to face what I was able to face and give up the parts that I cannot deal with.
Yeah, control.
What I cannot control, I leave it on the side, and what I can, I put all my focus on that.
It's easier said than done, though, isn't it?
Way more easier. Because at some point, the way they treat you and the way things that happen in life, you kind of think that you have to carry everything on your back. But even in my when I come back to God, in the Bible they say you have to release everything on God. So when I saw that in the Bible, I know it was in the Bible, but when I read it and in my life, the circumstances were like going at that point, I just understood that I had to give up some things and do what I'm meant to do. So, since I'm young, what I do best, having fun. So let's have fun.
And
I think that translates to everything, man. It's football, it's the fashion, it's the fighting.
Yeah.
And you certainly, you certainly took a leap of faith coming over to the CPL. Probably didn't know a whole lot, about it before you came, but now having been here for, a season, now starting the second, what are your impressions of it? What do you think of it?
I think of it is it's a league growing up very quickly, and I think in 2-3, let's say, I give them 5 years to become a serious league. Like when I arrived here, it's like it was a big gap between them and us and the MLS. Like for us in Europe, when we speak about MLS, we always have questions. We are not sure about the quality, and and I felt this kind of feelings about MLS looking to the CPL.
Yeah, looking down on it a little bit.
Yeah. But when I was in it, I know that tactically they have some things that they cannot match with us back in Europe, because they didn't grow up in football country, you know. You have a lot of other sports. Us in Europe, even when you go out of Tim Hortons field, the first playground you see outside is a basketball court. Yeah. For us, that you can see the basketball court, but under the hoop, you're going to see a goal.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just it's ingrained in the culture.
Yeah, it's in the culture. Everybody, even when you have to spend time or with your friends, you will always have a ball around you. But the football,
it's just so much different. Like football in the streets, you see it. Like just even the atmosphere, the buzz going to a game in Europe. Like there's something like it's hard to explain. But when you're there and you're growing up and you feel it, you're like, it's different.
Yeah, that's different. But here is me. What I like is those different atmospheres. So it's not that I play with huge stadiums, but you know, you have to. For me, I have to take what the crowd is giving me. So even if it's like on Tuesday, it was kids on the stand, yeah. The way they were yelling, I had to. It's kind of I have to understand what they want. For me to give them, and then I have fun. You understand what I mean? When I signed from Europe to Morocco, for example, I arrived there with my my intelligence type of football, pass, give and move, ta-ta-tas. The guys were just asking me to do tricks. The president called me and asked me literally, give some panas, you know, the fake pass you give, those blind pass you give, do it. And I was just like, is he really asking me to, like, back in Europe, they told me that was a circus.
Yeah.
Here, they ask me that. So now in Canada, what are they asking me?
Yeah.
You know?
I think we need some of that, man. That freedom.
Let's win first, and then after, after
that,
the show.
I mean, that had to be pretty interesting. So going back to Tuesday, have you ever played a game at 11 a.m. before?
No. When I was young, like when I was, I think 11, the last time I played at 11, I was like 12.
Yeah.
12?
That and with a whole stadium of only kids. Crazy.
That was crazy. But they were loud, so that was nice.
It's honestly the way I see it was different. Like it's something I've never even experienced, and I think from all of the stuff you're saying, the reality is I think you've made a lot of kids. You've given them the chance to dream about this because the one thing I would say to guys who are from Europe who are coming to play in the CPL or you're from another country, whatever it is, you guys almost have like a shared responsibility with the veterans in this league. Is that we're almost. There's more weight on our shoulders to inspire a younger generation because we don't have this stuff in place, which is crazy. And you're coming from a place where I explained it to you a few times. It's like a startup company. It's like you're coming to a place where it's Apple, it's Google. Everyone knows what it is. Yeah. It's still brand new in this country, but you got 15,000 kids who are screaming Béni Badibanga after that. Like they're loving it. And it's crazy to think that like, you maybe these kids they're going home or they're showing up to school the next day and they're saying, I want to be number 39 on Forge. I want to play like that guy. I want to have fun. That's it. Which is, it's pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's as you say it now, I start to realize it. Because me, I just want to give them this opportunity to dream, or this opportunity to say that I can have fun too.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I want to give them. But after, when you say that they go back home and think about I want to be number 39, that seems crazy to me.
Well, I mean, look at the finals. That's a packed donut box watching that game. I mean, where does that goal rank for you in your time so far at Forge, but maybe just across your entire career too? Because, I mean, you're talking inspiring some kids, you know, an overtime banger from Badibanga is up there.
At that time, I took it personally. I had to prove some people wrong. You know, so that day, now it's strange to say it, but that day I knew that I was not going to lose. You know, you have some days like this, you know that something is going to happen. And if it don't happen, I put myself in this mindset. So even if it don't happen, that's God will, you know, it's not on me. Because when you gave me that ball, you know why I was not in the box? Because I was supposed to be in the box. I was cramping, bro. I was cramping. So when you gave
both, buddy, so I didn't even want to do an overlap after that. I couldn't move.
When you gave me the ball, I said, "What is he doing?" He gave me the ball. Now. I controlled, and when I raised my head, I saw the goalkeeper. He was standing on the first post, and I thought he was playing with me, you know, because sometimes goalkeepers they play with your mind. They go on one side to push you to shoot on that side, you know.
Yeah.
So he was standing on first post, and if you watch back the images, you're going to understand everything happened in my head at that time. So I see him. I rushed to shoot, and I saw the defender, the number 6. I don't know their name. Sorry, guys. He went on the second post. But with my type of shot, I know that if I just shoot over him, the goalkeeper is not going to jump on him, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I tried to do. Yeah,
perfect.
So that's what I tried to do. And it went in. And if you look at me first, I was going back to the midfield line just to go back and kill them. Because I wanted to score even more.
Yeah.
But when I went out of my, you know, I was in my head at that time. I was talking to myself. And then I went back. Gav touched me. You touched me. And I saw the crowd. I just exploded.
Yeah, you could see it, man. You were pretty emotional with that one.
Yeah. Because I told you I had to prove some people wrong.
Yeah.
So I was, even if you read on my lips, you can understand what I was saying.
I mean, you see it when you knock the board over.
Yeah.
At that point, obviously now I've got to know you a little bit better. In that moment, it was like, oh, this is different. Benny's not usually like this.
Yeah.
But it was a moment, it was everything. And then you see after, and even the way you spoke about after, you could tell like this one meant. I think on a bunch of different levels, it meant a lot to you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to throw that clip in for sure, the goal, but it'll be fun to watch it back too, like what some people probably thought was like a set play. You know, it's just a couple guys cramping up, can't run anymore.
Hey, that's exactly what we wrote up.
You know, I think even Ali Musi was cramping.
Yeah.
Because normally there were 2 edge of the box when we were.
Only one of them came out. That's really why we did it. But
thank God.
We had a little bit more in the tank than them.
Yeah. Seemed like.
Mitch, I feel like this is the perfect time to kind of skate over to the fashion part of the show. Let's see what 100%. Benny can. So we've got a couple picks. So obviously, you've set a standard. You got to put another chain on for this one.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. All right, guys. So I think in any football locker room, everyone there likes to think like they got some style.
Yeah.
Everyone feels like they're self-proclaimed fashionistas is what it is. But I think you and I can both agree that there's a couple questionable outfits on our team. So we have a small sample size. I think we're using some picks from the game against Montreal. Okay. A couple walk-in picks, and we're gonna go through these, and we want to hear the man, the myth, the legend, Benny's critique on everyone's game day fit.
So we're gonna throw it up. We're gonna throw the picture up, and then for people that are just listening, we're also gonna get Kyle to just describe it, and then you give your feedback.
So first and foremost, we got the one and only Tristan Borges walking in, big old smile on his face, looking like he just had a tough week in the old construction yard. But I can't even knock it too much. He's got the bright blue fit on, the jeans that match, the Nike Dunks. He's looking good. He's looking happy. He's feeling loose, and I think you can see it in that blue shirt. But I'm not even that mad at this, to be honest. What do you think?
I'm not mad at this, but you know, in fashion, what I learned, it's more about attitude than what you wear. You know?
Yeah.
So basically, it comes with, like, Borges is coming with let's say a fresh hair. You know, he's giving us like a fresh vibe.
Yeah.
After, if we just have to talk about the style, matching color is very difficult. So
Hey, he's got the kit button up. It's all right, but okay. So it's not working for you, huh?
It's not the same blue, so it's not the same blue, so it's difficult,
Okay.
Out of 10.
All right, so we have to give him some notes. We'll leave it in his locker. So if you're gonna rank this, what's the scale we're going here, Mitch? Are we going out of 5, out of 10? What are we saying?
Yeah, let's go 0 to 5 Badibangas.
All right, how many Badibangas are you giving this fit? 0 being obviously poor.
On 5.
Yeah.
Can I put emotion with it or just?
Hey, you give it whatever you feel is right.
It's your scale. Do whatever you want.
Okay, so I will give him a 2, but that's my G, so I give him 3.
Okay.
And I know what he's able to do. So I see him every day.
Yeah.
And this one is.
I would say Borges is on the better dressed side of our locker room. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And this one was tough, But
Yeah.
let's say 3, not because he's my friend, but because I like the risk.
Okay. Boom. Moving
All right,
on. Who do we
Davey.
got next? Hey, you got to be harsh on yourself though here. So we
guys,
got Benny walking in. He's got the baller bag, going with a lot of tassels. You got a lot of tassels going on here. Got the bag. Is that on the hip or is that a side bag that's just under the vest?
It's on my hip. Yeah, it's
okay. She's always
Gucci
strapped.
bag.
What do you got in there?
Yeah.
You got some cologne? What's in the bag? I need to know what's in the bag.
In the bag, I usually have first thing I put there is my Bible.
Okay.
I put my Bible. I come with my game shoes. I have the belt, the belt for my back, the one who warm my back.
Yeah.
And that's my toiletry bag. So cologne.
No. I need to know what's in the bag on the hip. The Gucci.
The hip
on the Gucci.
Yeah.
The Gucci one. I have my phones.
The bat phone. Oh, it's a flip phone. It's the burner.
Because I have my football phone, family phone, and fashion phone. So if I put it in my pockets, that looks a little bit heavy, So I have to always bring a kind of bag, So I have my phones. I have my my card. You need the card to come
the
in.
Pass to get in. The player pass.
My pass. I have also. I always have a comb. For my beer,
Yeah.
Always have to look fresh. One cologne. On that day, I think it was this one. Small Sad Bulgari.
Is that the game day smell?
No. This is the emergency smell. Emergency smell.
Yeah.
I think it's worth.
What?
I think it's worth pointing out too. Like this was just the last game. It's not like we went searching for this fit.
No, we're just going. Yeah, this is all from the walk-in for against Montreal.
Yeah.
I will say this: you did not think it was going to be as hot as it was, did you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. I really don't care about the weather. If I feel like I want to put this that day, I will put it.
Don't matter how hot it is.
No matter how hot it is.
I like
or
it.
Cold
I respect it. Okay.
All
right, what do you give yourself on this one?
I let you do it. What is that as a question? Bro,
you gotta do it.
If I'm out, I feel like I'm 10 for that day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is your strongest fit coming into a game, man.
No, that's not my strongest fit.
I think it's got to be a contender.
This one can be a 4.
Up there.
No, it's 0 to 5, we said?
Yeah, 0 to 5.
I can do a lot better than that, but for that day, let's say for me.
Yeah.
Let's say for me, I'm not with let's say I cannot be like ranked like the others because that's my job. So normally I have to do better than them.
I'm saying on your scale, I need more from you on this day.
Yeah, this one is a 3.
Okay, here we go. Moving on.
This one is a 3.
He's harsh on himself, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Yeah.
Number 22, Noah Jensen.
Yeah, I know it. I know him. I saw the
Clean.
picture.
So he's
Clean.
rocking he's gone with a white short sleeve button up,
Yeah.
the traveler coffee mug, as if he's just finished a nice little, he's gone through an exam. He's a smart guy. I don't know if the people know.
It's all about vibe.
Yeah.
And this one, I like it.
Ooh, picking up the vibes on Noah Jensen. I like it.
Because he don't want to act like he's someone else, you know?
I think he's staying true to who he is. But I think it's a clean cut, looks professional. He looks like he's a man about his business.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as I told you, it's about like the way you behave, the vibes you give. So I give him a 4, clean 4.
But that is high regard.
But the shoes, just can you zoom on the shoes, please?
Tough to tell what those are. We're gonna have to. We might have to double check. Is that doing much for you? Is that taking it down a little bit?
3.5.
3.5.
3.5. Yeah.
3.5 doesn't like it. That's how.
Just
he was doing so well for himself.
Yeah. I bet you didn't saw the 2 rings on his right hand.
Yeah. I've seen him. He's been adding some jewelry, huh?
Double ring. Yeah.
That's doing a lot for you.
Yeah, this one, cause I like the effort. Being him. So, out of 10, I would have given him a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
I think Bill was happy with that score.
Who else do we have? Malik. Number 81 in your program.
81.
This guy. The self-pay. That's a big shirt right there. Some I think is being cooked up.
You know?
He may is this a soft launch for a brand that might be hitting the street soon?
Okay.
You know, I don't know if we can say too much.
I will always push for the effort. So when you try, it's about me. I will always fight for people trying being themselves. You know.
But he busted. So this is the first day he went with the white Sambas. I don't know if we know.
Yeah.
I don't know if the pic does it justice. He just busted out those Sambas the day before, fresh in the box, and we were questioning if he was gonna be able to pull off a size 17 Adidas Samba, but it looks kind of clean.
I would have wear a shorts with this.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could have been a baggier pant too.
Yeah. Baggy pants or short, but you know the kind of loose shorts.
Yeah.
Kind of
almost like he was in like a little prep school boy kind of.
Yeah. Dickies.
Yeah.
A Dickies short.
Yeah.
I would have worn it with the Dickies short or a Dickies pants. You know the one Malcolm's used to wear.
Yeah.
Those ones. Yeah.
All right. So what's this one? I feel like this one might surprise people.
This one, let's give him a 3 because he can do better.
Okay, the standard. You're setting a higher standard for him, huh?
Yeah. He can do better.
If he's gonna get in the fashion game, he's got to up it.
Yeah, and double clap for his T-shirt because he tried to give us a new brand. So double clap for him.
All right, 3 out of 5. All right, we got one more for you. Kyle on the.
Where's my Bible?
So we got head coach, the man at the wheel, Bobby Smirniotis, walking in game day. This is tough, man. I think someone might be getting fired for grabbing this pick and putting it in the drop box. I think mid bite. What is he snacking on?
Looks like a Cheeto.
Surely it's an orange. If it's a Cheeto at, what would that have been, like 9 in the morning? We had to be in at 9:15. Nah, surely he was in there a little earlier. Can't be a Cheeto.
It has
to be a fruit or something. Orange.
He's gone. I think he's kept it a little low profile. He's gone with the jeans, the black Forge hoodie. What are you saying? What do you want to see from the man on the sideline?
What are we giving Coachy?
Coach, I want to apologize first because I'm not the one who's choosing the pictures. If there is someone to blame, that's those 2 guys.
No. It's the man taking the picture. It's the man who took the picture. I think it's not our fault.
Okay, let's start from the bottom. Can I see the shoes, please? No. I have to be honest with myself, no matter what. Coach, the way you close the way you did your laces, You need to explain me what are you thinking about when you closed it. Bro, huh? Okay, let's pass that. The way the pants fall on the shoe,
Yeah.
it's could have been better, but it's okay.
Okay. So you got a problem with the seam, the inseam there.
Yeah.
You have to talk to the man who's tailoring those pants.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got a guy you can hook him up with? Is that what you're saying?
But during the game he was not dressed like this.
No, he switched it up. He came in casual.
For me, a coach when he's on the side, he has to give us like a charismatic vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Ancelotti type.
Yeah. Oh, just suited and booted.
You don't have to, because Ancelotti is Italian, so he needs to be, you know, in a suit and stuff. But I think our coach is not that bad on the sideline.
I think he's done pretty well for himself.
Yeah, I'm not going to blame him for this picture, because this picture is like, you're right. That's the photograph you have to.
Yeah.
Can I have his number or can I see him next game? Because
yeah,
the guy is not a good guy. Definitely.
So what do we say out of 5? What's he get? It's harsh because the picture is.
He got a little hard done by on this one.
Yeah.
Bex, you don't see that I'm trying to avoid this?
Hey. Okay. There it is. There's the answer. And we're moving on.
Two.
Okay.
2.
Boom.
I cannot give more for that.
Yeah. Hey. And hey, you said it yourself though. On the sideline during the game, he was
on the sideline, yeah. But I told you it's about the vibe, you know.
Yeah.
What he gives to people, yeah. And he give like a, you know, his serious look when he touch his beard and stuff, like.
Yeah.
I f with that. I definitely f with that. You know what? Sometimes they film when he goes on the screen.
Yeah.
Bro, sometime in a game, if the camera come on me after what they are showing on the screen, you're going to die. Huh? Sometime I'm laughing like, look at him.
Yeah, because it's probably because you were doing something on the field that made his head explode a little bit.
Yeah, the man think like, yeah, the camera is on me, so he's acting, you know. I love that. I love
man.
that. Even you when you do the toast, you know.
Yeah.
The way you act.
Yeah.
You know when we finish the national anthem and we have to run with the kids and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm always late because I watch you in the screen. The way you act serious. Yeah. Good game, everybody. I'm dead. You know, those kind of things. Because that's those kind of things make people understand think that we are different.
Yeah, it's true. You're playing a little bit. You're acting.
It's not like we are acting, but we are serious at that moment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they think that us being serious, we are always like this.
Yeah.
No, when we are in the changing room, we laugh like you. We talk about the same things.
Yeah.
You know, normal people.
100%. Oh, unreal. Well, Benny, thank you for taking the time, having a chat with us. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully the Forgers get to know a little bit more about you. And yeah, man, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. I think they're gonna be very interested to hear more, about Benny the person. I think you're a very honest guy, and I think you're a pretty honest footballer too. I think it's fun watching you play.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I do my best, and if you guys enjoy it and like it, I always try to satisfy my brothers, because on the pitch they are my brothers. Once you're my brother on the pitch, you're my family. So, big bro, thank you for the invitation.
Of course.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. And we'll keep going, buddy.
I hope to see you. We'll keep going.
This was The Captain's Log with Kyle Becker and Mitch Houlahan, presented by Bench Brewing. The guys will drop another episode sometime, whenever they get to it. In the meantime, we would love and appreciate for you to like, follow, subscribe, click on the little bell, do all the things in all the places you get entertained, and you'll find more of this type of content. And that also means we get to spend more time together on the Forge Audio Network.